All right, everyone, ready to dive in. Let's transform that chaos at home into, well, someplace you actually want to be.
Sounds like a plan.
Today, we're all about practical strategies, to make your space calmer, more organized, and less like a chore.
Because who needs another thing on their to-do list stressing them out, right?
Exactly. And the Mess to Success podcast we're looking at today, they get it. Their whole thing is tackling one row at a time, which just makes sense.
It's all about manageable goals. Think about it. Facing your entire house. That's overwhelming for anyone.
Oh, for sure.
But just one room. Feels doable, right? Each room becomes a mini victory. You get that sense of, I did it, which keeps you going.
So instead of giving up before you even start, you're actually pumped for the next step.
Precisely. They actually suggest starting with the room you use the most makes the positive impact immediate.
So, like, if my home office is piled with paperwork, I shouldn't be starting in the guest bedroom I never use.
You got it. Or maybe you really need a peaceful bedroom. Start there. The point is, pick a space where the change really makes a difference in your life.
I like that. Okay, so I've picked my battleground room. Now, to tackle the clutter. Mess to Success has this thing, the four-box method. Keep, donate, trash, relocate, and you just go for it.
Love that method. It's all about preventing decision fatigue. If you overthink every little thing, you'll be there forever.
Oh, no.
But with a system, you decide quickly, move on, no more maybe piles taking over the house.
Which is, let's be honest, half the battle sometimes. They also say to set a timer, just 20 minutes. Even that can make a difference.
Absolutely. It's about making it less daunting. Even if you don't finish the whole room, you've started, and that feeling is powerful.
It's like tricking your brain into thinking, wait, I can do this.
Exactly. But then you got to maintain it, right? They call it the daily 5-minute tidy, quick reset every day so it doesn't pile up again.
So it's these small habits that add up, not one massive cleaning day every few months.
Exactly. Small, consistent actions, way more effective than sporadic bursts of motivation. Think of it like you wouldn't brush your teeth once a month.
Okay, point made. But what about sentimental items? That's where I always struggle. Keeping things just in case, or out of guilt.
Oh, we've all been there. It's tough because it's tied to memories, emotions, not just practicality.
Right. Like sometimes, it's not even that I like it. I just feel bad getting rid of it.
That suggestion is interesting. Before deciding, take a picture of it.
Really.
Yep. Preserves the memory even if you let go of the physical object. Then ask yourself, does this actually serve me right now? Does it bring me joy?
That's a good way to look at it. Thanks for the tip. Mess to Success. Okay, so we've decluttered. Now, how do we keep it that way? They talk about zone cleaning. What is that? Some kind of game.
Kind of. Imagine instead of cleaning your whole house on one day, you divide it up. Like your house is the map, and each room or area is a zone.
Okay, so less time to clean the whole house, which just makes me want to curl up and ignore it more, like strategic planning.
Exactly. You might have a zone for bedrooms, one for bathrooms, the kitchen, whatever works.
So I could say Mondays are for laundry, and that's it. I like where this is going.
That's the idea. You're not trying to do it all at once, which can feel impossible.
This is making cleaning sound almost, well, fun.
Yeah.
Almost.
Right. And it's just time management, really. Breaking down big tasks makes them feel easier.
Work smarter, not harder, as they say. Speaking of, they also have this reset rule. Sounds simple.
Oh, it is, but powerful. The rule is, before you leave a room, 1 minute. Just tidy up.
1 minute. Seriously, that's all.
That's it. But think about it. Those tiny things, they add up. Fluff the pillows, clear the table, those shoes that somehow appear in the middle of the living room.
Don't even get me started on how shoes do that. It's a mystery for the ages. But yeah, it stops the clutter from getting out of control in the first place.
Precisely. It's turning tidying into, like, a reflex, not this big, scary thing.
Okay, so we've decluttered. We're keeping it tidy. But there's got to be more to it, right? It's not really about a perfect house, is it?
You're getting at something important. Mess to Success talks about a lifestyle shift, not just cleaning.
Because it impacts you, the person living there, not just how the place looks.
That's it. They call it a form of self-care, actually.
Which I kind of love. It's like, I'm not punishing myself with chores. I'm giving myself a peaceful space.
Right. When you think of it that way, it's not a should. It's about what you want your life to feel like.
So how do you actually do that mentally? Because sometimes even thinking about cleaning is exhausting.
It's about your why. Why do you want to clean and organize space? What's the goal?
Is it a calmer atmosphere? A place where I can actually work without getting distracted? Just somewhere to relax at the end of the day.
That's it. Connect with that feeling. And it's not a chore anymore. It's you creating the life you want.
So less going through the motions, more like, this is intentional, this matters.
Exactly. And they say to celebrate the wins, even small ones. Clear it off the counter. Be proud of that.
Because we're so hard on ourselves for what's not done, we forget to acknowledge what we did do.
So true. Celebrate. Be kind to yourself. It's a journey, not a sprint.
And everyone's journey is different, right? Like,
Yeah.
what works for me might not work for someone else.
Absolutely. Mess to success is big on that. Some people love a strict schedule. Others, it's more about those reset rule moments throughout the day.
So, like, finding your cleaning personality.
I love that because it changes too, right? Life changes. Your needs change. Your cleaning should too.
It's finding what works now and being okay if that's different later on.
And giving yourself permission to not be perfect. Life gets messy, sometimes literally.
Literally tell me about it. But it's not failing. It's being human, right?
Exactly. Mess to success reminds us setbacks happen. You acknowledge it and get back on track when you can.
Progress over perfection. I need that on a t-shirt.
It's not about being perfect, it's about making the effort. And those small efforts, they make a huge difference.
Not just in our homes, but in our lives,
Yeah.
right? Like, it all connects.
Absolutely. A more peaceful home, a more peaceful...
Who wouldn't want that? Okay, so much good stuff here.
Yeah.
But I keep coming back to that self-care aspect.
It's a good one to come back to. Because it's so easy to think of cleaning as, well, not that.
But what if it was? What if instead of dreading the laundry, I light a candle, put on music, make it an experience?
There you go. It's a small change, but it changes everything.
It really is amazing how just thinking about something differently can change the whole experience.
Right. Like, it's still laundry, but it's almost enjoyable now.
Almost. But seriously, Mess to Success also talks about starting small, which I think is key for anyone feeling overwhelmed.
Oh, 100%. Trying to do too much at once is a recipe for disaster. You'll just burn out.
He's like, I'm not going to run a marathon if I haven't even gone for a walk around the block yet.
Exactly. They say pick one small thing, something you know you can do that'll give you that sense of accomplishment.
So not I'm organizing my whole closet this weekend. It's more like I'm tackling that one shelf of sweaters that's been driving me crazy.
There you go. Or maybe it's 15 minutes every night just clearing off the kitchen counter. Small, doable, and most importantly, you actually do it. Action over intention every time.
It's about proving to yourself you can do it, which then makes you want to do more, hopefully.
And those little wins, they snowball. Each thing you declutter, each surface you clear, it gets you closer to that vision you have.
So even if the progress seems small, it's still moving you forward.
Momentum, that's the magic word. And remember, no right or wrong way to do this. What matters is what works for your life.
It's your space, your rules. As long as it makes you feel good, that's what counts.
And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask. There are professional organizers, online groups, people get it, you're not alone.
Sometimes just knowing you're not the only one struggling makes all the difference.
You know, going through this deep dive, what really sticks with me is it's not just about a clean house, it's about your well-being, you know?
That's so true. It's creating a space where you can actually breathe at the end of the day.
Your sanctuary. That's a much better way to put it.
And the best part, we can all do that for ourselves. It might take time, effort, maybe a few trash bags full of stuff you realize you don't need.
Don't forget the donation pile. Someone's trash.
Is someone else's treasure? I knew that.
But seriously, it's about those small steps, consistently and suddenly. You're living in that calmer, happier space you imagined.
I love that. So deep divers, it's your turn. What one thing are you going to tackle today? No matter how small, we're proud of you for taking that step. Remember, progress, not perfection. We'll be back next time with more deep dives, but until then, happy organizing, everyone.